Hello, welcome to HIV Talk Show. I'm Alton Condra. I'm your host. We're here with Positive Impact. We're very excited that Kevin English, the Director of Counseling and Testing, and Antwan here with us, and you are going to do an HIV test. How do you feel? You nervous or?
No.
No, not nervous at all.
No.
Oh, that's great. We don't want you to be nervous. Wonderful. And Kevin, you're going to be the administrator, and I'm going to be the Vanna White because I'm showing the kit that we're using.
Exactly.
Now, what kit can you tell us a little bit about the kit? What we're using?
Sure. I'm going to be using the OraQuick Advanced Rapid HIV Test. It is an oral test, and it processes in 20 minutes, and we'll have the results.
Oh, wow. So no needle.
No needles involved.
And real easy to use.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to leave you gentlemen to it. So, and we're using, what is that?
Well,
Universal safety techniques?
Universal precautions.
That's it.
I have to put on gloves.
All right.
And get my little kit here. So this is a brand new kit. Has not been opened. So anytime someone comes in to take a test, you will get a brand new kit, never been used. Open the packet. This is the developer solution that we'll be using to process the device.
All right.
We'll place it in the stand here. Loosen the top just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay.
And then Antwan, you'll take this other piece. All right, take that out for me. And then you'll put that portion in your mouth, come across the top and the bottom and the front of your thumbs sometimes.
So this is just like on CSI when they swab you. Is that right?
Yeah, very similar. And then we'll place the device inside of the developer solution here.
Okay.
And it'll process in 20 minutes. And what will happen is the solution will rise up through the window here.
Okay. And this little bitty window right there.
Yes.
Okay.
What we'll be looking for is if the test is negative, then I'll get one pink line across this C triangle here.
Okay.
If the test is reactive or preliminary positive, then I'll see a pink line both in the C and the T triangles.
So two pink lines, preliminary positive.
Yes.
One single negative.
Negative.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, does this have to be done by a professional, or can anyone do this?
Anyone can do it if they have taken the counseling and testing and referral training.
Okay.
It's a 3-day training, I think about 8 hours a day.
Okay.
And you have to be certified.
All right. And you can't buy this at a drugstore.
Cannot buy it in the store.
So, but now Positive Impact can do it.
We can do it for free.
For free, even.
Yes.
And that's even my better blessing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and you are, since we have you on the show and we want to talk a little bit about you, you're getting your master's in social work.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And you actually do volunteering at Positive Impact.
Yes, I do.
So how do you like that? How's that experience been so far?
I mean, first and foremost, I came in and no one knew me, didn't know anything about me, and they all greeted me with open arms.
Oh,
The only thing that took a little bit getting used to was the jargon. I wasn't used to, people saying, well, where's the lube, or where are the condoms?
Really?
Yeah, without getting tensed up.
Okay.
So
we get to talk about sex all the
yeah.
time.
Oh, okay.
So that was different. And after about a month or so, got used to it. But it's been a wonderful experience thus far.
So after you leave Positive Impact, what's your career plans next? You're going?
I go back to school.
Go back to school.
And I graduate next year, 2010.
Awesome.
So really excited about that.
Yes.
And hopefully work 2 years and get my independent licensure, and then go back to school.
That would be wonderful. Going on the PhD level, is that
Yes,
right?
yes.
Awesome. That we encourage you to do that. That would be fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I'm so glad that you came, and I'm glad that you shared that with us. Because when I first got into this field, it was hard for me to talk about condoms and lube and what you should do and all those words. And but it's empowering. If you can't talk to others in their language, then you're not doing a very good job. So I think that's wonderful that you learned that. And I think it's great that your organization brings in volunteers and is teaching these young adults, to take up the
volunteers
torch.
help us a lot. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that we need to do or have done, and so the volunteers take on a lot of those jobs and skills for us. and helps us move the process along.
Oh, that is wonderful, and we thank your organization for that. Okay, well, we'll see you back in 20 minutes for the results. We're here with Nicole Scott, the Director of Volunteer and Services and Training. Let's talk about Positive Impact. Tell us what you're doing, what your goals are. You are a nonprofit here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about Positive Impact.
Okay, well, Positive Impact started out, it was a mental health agency for people infected and affected by HIV. So that doesn't just mean people infected with the virus, but those that support them, that family members, friends, anyone that needs mental health counseling. We have since been in existence for 16 years and since branched out into other areas of mental health and prevention. So now we recently opened a substance abuse center and took over a testing center, which Kevin is director of the testing center downstairs. But Positive Impact started out as a volunteer-driven agency, primarily functioning on the strength of clinical volunteers. It has since, of course, grown to now have staff, clinical volunteers who provide counseling, supervision, help us out with trainings, facilitate trainings and other functions, and then also to include non-clinical volunteers. We also have interns as well. So in addition to counseling, we have our prevention services and, like I said, our substance abuse treatment program and our testing center. And under those four headlines are other programs. So my area is volunteer services and training.
So Nicole, let me ask you this. What kind of volunteers are you looking for? Do they have to be professionals? Can they be someone off the street? What kind of, someone that has experience in HIV, someone who's never even met someone with HIV? What kind of volunteer are you looking for?
Well, you know, we have our clinical volunteers who have a master's degree in a mental health discipline or above. And then we have our non-clinical volunteers, which, you know, doesn't mean that they're not professionals in any sense of the way, but that they don't have a specialization in mental health and are not able to provide counseling. So I really get a wide range of inquiries from our volunteers. Some are students who may not be actually majoring in counseling per se, but maybe psychology or nonprofit management and want that experience working around or in a nonprofit. And then sometimes I will get some clients want to help us out sometimes, and I refer them to our community advisory board where they can participate and kind of be a sounding board for our programs and services, help us out at health fairs. Our community advisory board provides support for each other. They all tend to be HIV positive at this point and once received mental health services or some type of service. So they support each other in that way. So clients will tend to gravitate towards the community advisory board, but it is a way for them to help us out as well. So.
Well, I think that, you know, I think that volunteering is probably the best thing you can do. It's nothing's better than volunteering and giving back. You'll get so much more back given to you.
Okay.
You know, and the volunteers, you know, they inspire me. That, you know, I'm not being paid to do a job, but the volunteer inspires me even to do my job better.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, look what they're doing.
Right.
What can I do?
And that's
step
true.
it up. So I mean, so every time I see a volunteer at the AIDS clinic that I work at, it's like, oh my gosh, let me step my game up just a little bit more. I need to do more because they really are inspiring, and I think it's great when you have those volunteers. And I think it's great that y'all work with them. That is wonderful to utilize that and give people that opportunity to make a difference in people's lives. That is just wonderful. So let's talk about your area.
Well, I am the Director of Counseling and Testing for Positive Impact. And what that means is that we provide free HIV testing to the general public. We're funded by the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. We do have a concentration of African American women as well as African American men who have sex with men. However, we will test any and every one. We provide a test that is 20 minutes. We can get results the same day in 20 minutes in the same visit. So a person doesn't have to come in, wait a few days, and then come back and get the result. Reduces all of that stress. And then it prevents us from having to look for people to give them their results.